Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. I think this one's going to help a lot of people out. Props to my faction mate, Chris Aru, Colonel. He, what was it, last week, week before? I don't know, a few weeks ago, last feud, whenever the last feud was. Ahead of it, he was messaging me. He's like, man, Becky's got gear. I think she's going to be really great with her gear, with all the moments and stuff. So he levels her up, uses her, and smashes techs with her. So shout out to him. Let me cover a couple things for you guys first. If you don't have Becky's gear, one gear gives her 5 MP. Luckily this month it is dirt cheap in the prize wall for the month-long midweek. If you go to the gear section, you scroll down to the bottom here, 829 currency for one Becky gear. One is all you need for this. So you can get her gear right there. It adds 5 MP, makes a huge difference. All right. I'm going to start off small and build big. She can one-click technicians in Feud if you have her moments. Most of the moments are very easy to get. Let's take a look at them. Showdown store, prize walls, month-longs, that sort of stuff. So the Return of the American Nightmare moment, multiply gems in Feud times 6. That's pretty big. Gems do 50% more damage, also big. That moment is the most important one. Damage control moment, it's not really doing anything for us here. Although the finisher is a purple move, so it does gain 300% more damage. Roughly about 700k extra damage. No big deal. Not a huge thing. The Indie Hartwell, this is the hardest one. It was in free milestones, not this year, but the year before when it came out. This year it was on the prize wall for a super expensive amount. Luckily, if you're missing this one, you only miss out on 2 multiply. The purple gems isn't going to matter, so it's not as big a deal. This is the hardest one to get. That would, though, increase her multiplies to 8. And then finally, we have this one, which the tokens are in the Showdown store. You need a bunch of them. This one, multiply gems increase their strength by 4 for a total of 12. We don't really care about the rest of the stuff. So there's that. So basically, she gets in Feud 12 times bigger multiplies and 50% more gem damage. Now, if you don't know, the Bexploder Suplex is a 10 MP finisher, and against technicians, you first deal 682k damage and make a 5x2 random area into multiply gems of strength 6. So that's 12 multiply gems at strength 6. With the moments before any trainers, that's 12 multiply gems times 18. That's not nothing, as they say. So with the moments, 12 times 18, without trainers is 216 gems. If you were missing the one moment, it would be 12 times 10. I'm sorry. 12 times 14, not 16, or for 168. Actually, it's 12 times 6. I can't math. 12 is whatever. It's 10. That's what messed me up. 10 gems times 16 for 160. And 10 times 18 for 180. I could redo that, but then you guys wouldn't get to hear me sound stupid, right? And then you're choosing reds over the top of it. So there's that. Now you add your trainers in, you get the 50% boost gem damage. There's also Feud perks and that kind of stuff. This Feud, if you got the Feud perks, it's 100% to multiply gem damage. So she's going to hit even harder. Long story short, she wails on people with one click. Just smashes them as long as they're a technician. Of course, this Feud technician is a bottom lane requirement. Pretty much every Feud you're going to see a tech between Charlotte, May, now Asuka. A lot of people using Asuka, so there should be no shortage of techs. And like I said, we're going to start off with a 2-click two move build. I'll actually use 3, probably. So there's the one gear. All color moves do 5 more MP. That's what we care about. And then we'll move to just simply 1 click and why I took her gold and why I'm going to use her. So diving leg drop, 6 MP, 121k damage, 3x2 area into purples. It's only 6. We get 5. Your turn gives you 1. So that's your 6. And then you choose a 3x2 area to make into purple, and that fills the finisher. So you can 2-click that. If you want to put the traps out, get a little bit of bleed, etc., you can too. Not needed. So there's that. So entourage, any of the trainers, that gold that go to 2 multiply or Matt Hardy is what you would use. I just threw Lex on. By the time you get into Feud and your multiply gems are big, this 75% more damage on your multiply gems should be bigger than another ×2. Test it out to make sure. I can't really test it in this scenario because we're not in Feud. And then we got Chelsea for 60% more multiply gem damage, and then Bailey for 60% more multiply and 40% red. If you didn't have Bailey, you would just sub any of the other zombie ones like Gunther, right? So this is, I do have 100% strap equipped since it's on my account. No plates needed for this. So it's really simple. So, of course, the finisher isn't loaded. If you want to put the traps out, you could. I'll just hit it for funsies. This does have cascade risk, and this is me. So it's very possible I will cascade. And then we'll just go ahead and put this here. Break a few traps. Now we're going to hit our finisher, and those multiplies are going to go out. Boom. And then we're going to overwrite that whole row. Going to break some traps and stuff. And we're hitting for 28,000, but keep in mind that was multiply gems of strength 8 at 28,000. We're gonna add 12 in Feud. You're gonna more than double it. What you're seeing here, that's gonna be in a normal Feud. You should be doing at least 65 million with that. In a normal Feud, right? That's not counting any bonuses you might get. Because those moments aren't actually active right now. So let's go to this. This is if you want a 1-click instead, which you probably easily could this Feud. So you're losing Lex. And then you're just going to go Woods, and then you just click the finisher to win. Again, the moment's adding 12 multiply gems, and that's where almost all the damage is coming. So if these are the strength 6, right? This is basically, theoretically, these gems here, you're going to triple the damage. So there's a few gems that you won't triple the damage in, but they're not doing a lot. But then you also have the 50% gem buff from the moment too. So if you have all the moments, you can sort of figure-ish. You could triple that 23, so that would be like right in the mid-60s range, right? Pretty dang good. Of course, as you get nicer stuff, and you can swap Sherry in. And this should bring us up to ×10. So we'd more than double this one. And I mean, I can vouch, Colonel was hitting in the 80 millions last Feud, so with really good stuff, of course. With 1 click. Technically it's 2 clicks because you're placing the multiplies, 3, and placing the finisher, but it's 1 move, it's really fast, right? So bumping up to Sherry. Boom, boom, done. ×10 multiplies. Those would go to 12. We're already up to 30. More than double that. You're well over into the 60s, you know. And then you can see if if Leo works better than another zombie in Feud. Because it's, like I said, it's best to test all of these out when your multiplies are maxed because of how they interact. It's kind of funky, so I can't guarantee which will be better in Feud. But if you have Leo, then there's this option as well. This gets them to ×13. So this is a better indicator of what you would double off of, to be honest. Because you also get that 50% boost from the moment. Oops. So this is more of your true double amount. And you can see we hit for 36 there, which would be low 70 millions with just the finisher. And like I said, we saw plenty of screenshots from Chris Aru, 75, 80 mil, more than 80 mil. Super good, super fast. That's not counting like any kind of lane bonus she's gonna have, feud perks being 100%. I mean, I would imagine that's gonna go 85-ish, probably million at least, with this setup. You're gonna do crazy amounts with this setup, and this is gonna be more than like serviceable, I think, this feud, assuming you have a big strap. So yeah, to tell you how big a difference I think she makes, I have Trish. And I can actually use 2 moves with Trish because I have the Red Royal Rumble plate. But Becky's so much faster that I'm gonna use her, right? And like I think most rosters, Trickster is arguably the weakest lady class. I feel like probably it is, to be honest, right now. So anytime you can find a tech, and especially this where the bottom row requires a tech, I think you're going to be in really good shape. But how often do you not see a tech in Feud? I think it's often enough, and then Becky's required here too. I think it's often enough that you can really get away with taking her gold and running her because she's so dang fast and efficient. So yeah, I took her up to gold. I think it's worth you guys' resources in a lot of cases. I mean, I have a big roster. I have Trish, and I'm still going to use her because I just think it's going to be so dang quick and efficient. And I think she has absolutely has a place on my roster. So I had a bunch of shards for her, so it was shard free to take her up. You know, that's important. I think her moves were free. I had a ton of shards. I still have shards even after leveling her up. But like I said, check your moments, see what you got. This is the most important one, and then this one. This one doesn't really matter at all. It does give you a little bit of purple move damage, but whatever. And then this one is the least important. I think you can still hit super hard even without this, assuming you have a good strap and that sort of thing. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you guys find this useful. If you end up using her in Feud, let me know in the comments, come back to it or whatever. And again, shout out to my faction mate, Chrisaroo, Mr. Colonel, for taking her up, running it, letting me know it was awesome. So I could do the same and then share it with you guys. So appreciate all the support. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Yeah, who knew? I mean, I did not think I would be using Becky, Trick Becky, anytime soon. And it's crazy what moments can do for people.